Once again, welcome to this video. This is lesson 6, and today we'll talk about imbalance, and this will be the continuation of order blocks. Okay, now what are imbalance? One thing you have to understand about market is that market is a zero-sum game. Okay, a zero-sum game. Zero-sum game. Okay, what do I mean by zero-sum game? It means that for one for anything being sold, there must be an equivalent a buyer. You understand? There must be an equivalent buyer. That is to tell you that at every point in time in the market, there is always presence of buyers and sellers. There's always what? Presence of buyers and sellers. So anytime that we are seeing only presence of buyers without presence of sellers, then we'll say there is imbalance within that time. Anytime we see presence of sellers and we see no presence of buyers, then we'll say there is imbalance in that price action at that moment. Now, so what will happen for it to be balanced? We must expect buyers to come into that zone to make it balance, or sellers to come to the zone to make it balance. Let me show you clearly. Let me just show you what it looks like on the charts. Okay, I think this illustration I'm trying to bring is not very nice, but let me show you on the chart. Okay, let's say we have a buy candle. Let me call this a buy candle. Okay, let me call this a buy candle. This is the body of a buy candle, and it has a wick. He has a wick above it. He has a wick above it like this, and he has another wick below it like this. He has another wick below it like this. Now, this is telling you that this is the body of the candle from here. If this is a buy candle, then it will be this the body, the beginning of the body up here will be the open. Sorry, will be the close of the candle. That's the last price the candle get to before it's finished performing. Then the bottom of it is going to be the open. Now, this week are showing you that at some point sellers are here. At some point, price was really moving down. So at some point, this candle was red candle here. That's what it's showing you. Then buyers push it back up. So it's telling you that inside this week, there's combination of buyers and sellers, right? Inside this week. Then remember the candle was red before. Then it changed. It changed to green when it rose above the open price. Now it began to go up, and it got up to this level. Full green candle to this point. Then sellers came in again and pushed it back down. We may not know what really happened inside this candle, but at least we can tell ourselves that at some point sellers were here because the candle was going down, then price pushed up again. That's why it created a wick, and it started going up, and seller came into it, into the market from here and push it back down. That is why we have this candle formed. Okay, now let's say we have the next green candle formed like this. Let's say we have the next candle formed like this. Okay, this is the next candle formed this way. We have also wick below it. Okay, we have also wick below it, and we have also wick above it. Okay, now the same way, this is telling you that there are some sellers at this moment. There are some sellers at this moment. Though we don't know what really happened here, but we'll just assume that inside this body, all we have here is just buyers. Okay, all we have here is just buyers. Then also in this candle, all we have here is just buyers. It's only at this end we have sellers, and at this end we have sellers. Now, this is what this is telling you. we can say from this last point in this second candle, which is this here, from here now, this is the last time, you know, we agree that there are some sellers here. That's why the candle went down, right? And we also agree that there are some sellers here. That's why we're having this week, right? Now, from this point downward back to this area where this week started, we can say there is no sellers at all. Within this week of this last candle to the beginning of the week of here, where we feel the presence of sellers, in between is where what we call imbalance. Now, we believe inside here there is no sellers at all, just buyers, which is not supposed to be, because for every buying there must be selling. So inside this place there is no single seller. It's all buyers, and that is what we call imbalance for that particular time. So we expect anytime there is imbalance like that, price just keep pushing up. We expect price to come back into that zone of imbalance just to fill it up. Okay, so we expect price to fill all the imbalance up before proceeding up. So that's imbalance. If you don't get it at that first explanation, don't worry, I'll go again with the next candle. Okay, now this is the next candle that we have here. Pay attention now. Okay, this is the next candle. In this candle, we believe that this week that we have here, it is created by sellers, though this is a buying candle, but this week shows presence of sellers. Okay, and this week above, because the candle was a full candle before, like this. Okay, but before later on sellers came in and pushed it back down. That's what we are seeing this week. Okay, so we can say from this last point we have sellers to this point, that's the last time we had sellers inside the market. So from here now, it's just pure, from here to here now is pure buyers. It's pure buyers are there. So we are expecting when the next candle is about to form, the next candle is going to start forming immediately at the exact price where this one is going to start forming at the exact close of this one, right? But now we expect the week to at least cover up the imbalance. So if you have something like this, now this week is telling you that there are sellers inside this area, and that equals the sellers here. The last point we had sellers is here. All these candles by, then this week is telling you that it has been filled. All this imbalance here has been filled. Okay, so that's how price will keep moving up. So we have another way to the upside. Okay, now we have another imbalance from here now. All right, so we'll be having the next candle above it. Let's see the next candle formed here, and let's see the next candle formed like this and have a short wick, something like this, that did not get to the last point where sellers are. So it has left an imbalance. It has left an imbalance. So this middle is what we call imbalance. This place now is pure of, it consists of pure buyers. So there's no any seller here. So if price should leave it open like this and move up without filling it, in the future we'll be expecting price to come back into that imbalance to fill it up, just because markets consist of buyers and sellers. Is this theory clear? I hope it is. Let's see what this look exactly on the chart. Okay, maybe if you see it on the chart it will be more clearer. Okay, so let's go to the chart. All right, let me go to higher time frame so that we'll see less candle. Where do I start from? I can just start from anywhere. Let me just start from here so that you understand very, very well. Now I'm gonna start from this candle, this particular candle. Can you see this candle? You see that this candle has lower wick. So this lower wick is telling you that sellers are in here, right? Sellers are in here, okay? And the wick, the candle moved up to this point, okay? Then sellers push it back, telling you that sellers are also in here, okay? Then when this new candle opened, right? Sellers first push it down, right? Then they failed and price started going up. So this is the last time there was presence of sellers in this candle, okay? This is the last time. So we have all these plays as imbalance. Now if you have to take it from the last previous candle also, we have this place as the last. This is a sell candle, so all these places we have sellers in between. So this is the last point where sellers are in the market in this particular time. So this open place now is imbalance, so we expect price to come back in the future and fill it up. Now let's move to the next candle. This particular buy candle give sellers to this point, right? Then the next one, make sure that it covered it. So this particular candle has no imbalance because this is the last sellers activities at this point. Then at this other side too, so it is what, it is completely filled, okay? It is completely filled. There is no imbalance in that point, okay? And if you go to the next candle, we have sellers up to this level. So we are up to this level, and the next candle filled it up, so there is no imbalance. Now the next time we add imbalance here also, everything is filled up, no imbalance. The next time we have imbalance is here, all right? From here now to here, all this place now, all this place from here to here, there's no any selling activities here. So we expect price to come back and fill the spot up, and that's what price did here, filled it up, but it did not fill this price. So in the future we expect price to still come back, and sorry, that's not where I want to mark. Here it did not fill this place up, so in the future we expect price to come back and fill this place. This is still an imbalance yet to be filled, okay? Because every imbalance is always filled sooner or later. Now if you look at this chart very well, you see a lot of imbalances opened, okay? We see this another one here. If you look at this, we have this here, right? That's the last buyer sellers activity. Then we have this here. So we have this imbalance, small imbalance opened at that point. Price is here to come and fill it. Then we have another one here. For this particular one, price has already filled it up, okay? So that's how imbalance works, and this is basically for buy. If you look at, we have another imbalance here. We have another imbalance here from here to here. So this place is still open for price to come back and fill up. This place is still open for price to come back. So we expect price any later in the future or sooner or later to come into this place so that it can bring presence of sellers there, okay? So let's do it for sale now. Let's do it for sale. Let's say you have 3 candlesticks, 3 red candlesticks that form back to back like this, okay? That form back to back like this. Now they will have wick. Let's say this one have its wick like this, or this one have its wick like this, okay? Now this one have its own wick this way, Okay, and this one have its own wick this way. Then this one have its own wick this way. Okay, and this one have its wick just this way. All right, this is it now. This is the last point where buyers are. This is a pure red candle. So this is the last point. They were buyers here, that's why you see wick. They were buyers here, that's why you see wick. But inside the body of this candle, there are pure sellers. It's not supposed to be. At every point in time, they are supposed to be both buyers and sellers. Okay, so the candle that formed before this particular candle, let me draw one more candle up here, should be the one to cover the imbalance up. So it's supposed to have wick that will come down this way and be on the same line with this one to cover the imbalance. So this candle now, we know that it's only sellers are inside this candle, but this previous candle has some sellers, some buyers here up to this point, and the next candle have some buyers. So they have consumed all this area. So we can now say they are both buyers and sellers in that spot. But look at the next one that formed. If you look at this, the previous candle has its own buyers to this point, and the following candle has its own buyer to this point. So inside this place, there is what? There is pure sellers. Now, this place that there is pure sellers, they are stuck. Like, it's just like you have something and nobody is willing to come and buy it. So at long run, price will come back to come and take all this order so that the market will be balanced and it can now continue going down. I hope that is clear. So let's look at let's see what it looks like on the charts. Let's see what it looks like on the charts. Now we'll look for down movement, a strong down movement that we can use. All right, I think I have a good example here. Okay, starting from here, you will see that this particular red candle here, the body of the candle consists of just sellers. Now, the previous candle, the last point we have buyers is here. And the following candle, the last point we have buyers is here. So there is a little imbalance. Later or sooner, price is going to come and fill it up. Okay, so if you keep dragging this point to the left, you see that later on price still come and fill it. So price filled it at this point. Okay, so that's the concept of imbalance. Now check the next candle. The next candle, we had something like this. This is the next candle. All the body now, we have sellers in it. And market must have both sellers and buyers. So the previous candle has buyers to this level. Okay. And the following candle has buyers to this level. So it leaves an imbalance. Though this one price came back and filled it immediately, this candle that run into it already filled it up. Okay, you already filled it up. And the next candle is imbalance, is filled, no imbalance at all. Right? It has been filled up. Okay, or maybe there's just tiny, and this pump up has already filled it. And there's another one here that has been filled. Then we have a big one here. Right? This is the last buying we have. And from here, this is the last buying we have. So inside here, we have the imbalance. And price filled it up. Can you see? Price already filled it and went down. And we have another one here. Okay, we have the last buying here. So we have this whole space as our imbalance. And as you can see, price already come and filled it up. So this is the concept of imbalance. Okay, I hope this is very clear. Now we'll be seeing how to make use of this imbalance to confirm our order lots. The major use of this imbalance for SM strategy is just to further confirm our order block or our demand and supply zone. Okay, so how to do this we will see in the next class. For tonight, all we have for this particular class, all we needed to do is what? Know how to recognize imbalances. So what I want you to do now, immediately you close this video, jump on your charts and look for imbalances. Just familiarize yourself with it. This imbalance here, that's what I want you to do. Okay, can you see it? We have an imbalance here and price already filled it up. See, price came down and filled it up. Okay, so we keep price keep having imbalance up and down, a lot of imbalance. What are we going to be doing with these imbalances? We'll be knowing it in our next class. That'll be all for tonight. Ensure you open your chart and look for these things. Okay, thank you for your time. See you on the next video. Goodbye.